All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Split Ticket's live coverage of the now projected Chicago mayoral race, and more importantly, Wisconsin's state Supreme Court race, hotly contested, major implications for abortion laws in Wisconsin, and also for redistricting. If liberal Janet Protasiewicz is to win tonight, control of the court will switch hands. So we're going to be keeping track of that race for you. And we also have SD8 Senate special election in the Wow County area in the suburbs of Milwaukee that is more Republican down ballot, but still marginal. Democrats are making a play for it, and Republicans want to win it to keep their supermajority. So, welcome.
Hey guys, good to see everyone here.
Hello. Did any of you hear what I said? I think I lost internet.
Nope.
Unfortunately, I didn't.
All right, we can just scratch that. I just wanted to explain the reasoning behind our call for Brandon Johnson in the Chicago mayoral race. It was based off of the fact that it appears, based off of the Chicago Board of Elections website, that pro-Johnson wards are turning out at a lower, or rather reporting at a lower rate than pro-Vallis wards. And additionally, we expect late arriving, or rather late counted mail-in ballots to favor Johnson more than the election results that we'll be seeing on election day. The fact that Johnson has now established a lead means that this lead will probably, most likely, right? And this is most likely in terms of that we're so certain that we could make a call that his lead is going to continue to grow as more votes are counted.
Yeah, and I'd say a mild upset for sure. It's a race that everybody really considered a toss-up going into tonight, but the general consensus on Twitter was definitely that Vallis was favored, albeit narrowly. So, yeah, it's an interesting result, and we'll be able to do some ward breakdowns in detail once the results are released tonight.
One thing I will say, and I would be, I always say this in every election, it always results in, a lot of people being like, really?
All right, we actually have some precincts in from Waukesha County. Daniel Kelly leads by only 2% or 3.4%.
We don't know what that means.
Where these precincts are they in?
Those are probably early. Which towns are they from?
Yeah.
Heartland and Mukwonago.
Yeah.
We actually do have the locations of where they are within Waukesha County, although we don't have a precinct spreadsheet to compare those with.
Yeah, Leon, what I was saying before then is that I think, I always get stick for this, but I really think results are always correlated across the nation. What you see in one place also describes a lot of what you might see in another. There's obviously more campaign effects than not, but one thing that the Republicans kept hammering in the lead up to the Chicago mayoral election was a soft on crime angle. They were like, oh, Janet Protasiewicz is soft on crime. Brandon Johnson will be soft on crime, et cetera, et cetera. If the Chicago mayoral elections are any indication, that does not seem to have stuck with the voters, at least in Chicago. Now, some of that may just be down to turnout and individual race dynamics, but generally the attitudes of voters are not so independent, especially when you're looking at Chicago versus Wisconsin. Those are, not, especially the white voters, are not as demographically different in many areas as you might think. So I think that's an interesting thing to watch out for tonight.
Yeah, I'm just updating our regional tracker on the spreadsheet, which I think I can share with our viewers.
Now, Leon, were these Waukesha numbers from the county itself? Because I'm not seeing it on
the. I will only ever report from the county itself. I don't believe in using third-party numbers. We should. That's something I hope we'll stick to tonight.
All right. Yeah, sounds good.
If you'd like a link to the.
Let's show
all the county election boards. I believe I shared it in our chat.
Yep, I'm seeing it on DDHQ now. The Waukesha numbers.
Now, if you know the partisan lean of those precincts, that would be very enlightening.
What town did you say it was? Mukwonago?
Mukwonago and Heartland.
Yeah, both of them are very.
Both of which are very, very red. If that's the early.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if that's the early, that's generally speaking, we don't know whether that's mail or not, but I can actually get stats on how those two towns voted early. Is that the full town, the full municipality, or just a couple
Yes,
precincts?
both of those municipalities are fully in.
Well,
That's
then let
true.
me get
Early.
you. I can actually get
Early.
you the early splits for those. So give me a second.
All right.
And now, can you spell out the town for me again? It's Mukwango.
MUKWANGO.
Okay. MUK.
Mukwonago.
According to Ryan
All right.
Brune, Dems Protasewicz won the Heartland. Is that what you're seeing on the county's website, Leon?
Protasewicz is up by 14 votes right now, out of about 1,000.
Well, let's see. So
It is satisfying to see the regional tracker actually working. So good.
we should make a needle. I think we actually could.
We don't exactly have time tonight, but
Well,
yeah.
not tonight, but later
In the
on, I can
future.
try building one.
I-
That's correct.
I believe in the spreadsheet that I don't know if we made public or not. I made a
Oh,
linear
we have
shift.
some Dane County precincts in. Can you see where they're from? Protasewicz is up 79 to 21.
Sorry, I believe there's been some issue.
Dane, you.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
that's
I
not-
can't get the exact splits for
Pittsburgh.
the super early vote, but I can say, so Mukwango in the gubernatorial election, Evers actually lost it by about 500 votes out of 3,800 cast. So, it's Evers lost it by about 15.
So we have some preliminary. The Dane results are from Fitchburg City, which is
Yeah, so if that's
predictably very
that's
blue.
not even Madison, then that's also probably something that's at least neutral for Protasewicz.
Yeah, for Waukesha, I'm more interested in waiting to see when some of the comparatively more democratic towns come in on the border, like Brookfield, New Berlin, that type of stuff there. That's where you've seen the most manifest democratic trends as of late. But we can go ahead. The Dane results are in the spreadsheet. I'm going to go ahead and put the link to view this spreadsheet in for our viewers because it's got some interesting stuff on it. And we've assembled a list of regions as well where you can see live updates as the results come in. So there you go. Good.
There were some more results from Waukesha, but these are very minute. Maybe it'd be better if we just scroll back out to the big picture. But
Yes.
Yeah, we now have a couple thousand votes in Waukesha.
Yep. So where was I? Yeah, I'm just going to put in the Biden-Trump numbers for our regions. And then, Leon, I see you added a linear shift difference tab, which is cool. Yeah, there's lots of cool stuff to look at on the spreadsheet. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and put this on Twitter and put it as an ad. Then it'll be, might crash the spreadsheet, but we'll see. Okay.
We have results from Vernon County, just a town, I assume, which is up Janet plus 17. Let's see.
now, if you do find results that haven't been inputted into our spreadsheet, it would be useful to include them. Oh no, this isn't a general call. This is a just to the four of us.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can at least share the sheet for everyone.
Okay, so the towns we have from Vernon County, Laksha, are Chaseburg and Redstown. Well, they're villages of Chaseburg and Redstown.
Okay. So what we're expecting tonight, to be clear, is we're expecting Dan Kelly to flop pretty hard in Waukesha and Ozaki. Washington, I think he will see less slippage than he would see in Waukesha and Ozaki. Those are two of Doro's strongest areas, and those are also, not coincidentally, the two most educated Milwaukee suburbs, and possibly, I think, two of the most educated in the nation overall. Ozaki has a 50% bachelor's degree attainment rate, which is just, especially for the Midwest, is just insane. So what we have to figure out is basically, is the rate of slippage that Kelly has over Doro from, Doro's and Kelly's combined first round margins, is that slippage enough to just lock the door on him regardless of rural margins? Because rurals do see lesser turnout in off year elections like this one. And what that means is, generally just speaking, you might say, oh, well, if Kelly runs a couple points better than Mitchell's in Waukesha, et cetera, he could pull it off. The answer is actually not so clear as that. Kelly actually needs to not only hold Mitchell's margins or do a little bit better than him even, but he also needs to get turnout that's proportionate. And that's a really tough hill to climb. Looking at the early returns, I would not want to be Dan Kelly. This is not callable at all, obviously, yet. Too early, but it's not really the best of starts for him.
Yeah, we have some results from Sawyer County as well, too, as well as Milwaukee and Kenosha. And it seems that Janet is doing okay right now. So
nothing I'm
Milwaukee's
seeing
at
tracks
72 right now. So
nothing I'm seeing tracks towards, like a +10 blowout or something, but it also doesn't track to be particularly close. I think it's looking at right now, I mean, just based on the margins you're telling me, Armin, I would guess that this is on track for roughly a +7 or +6 win.
yeah, +6. I'll take it. Considering we predicted 5 points.
It's early though.
Yeah.
But let's
It
see.
is early, but I agree with you guys. It's looking good overall for Protasewicz. I mean, I think that's the expectation of the model. That's what everyone's thinking going into this. But the main thing that's going to be interesting is once we have full results and we can look at how the turnout changed relative to the primary on a regional basis, so we can see exactly where the increase in turnout was most pronounced. And that'll allow us not only to compare urban, suburban, rural divides in terms of increase, but also how it changed in different parts of the state that we classify as rural or small town. And yeah, so that's where we got our regions. I'm going to include a regional map on the sheet as well. These regions consulted with Charles Franklin, Polls and Votes, and with Andrew Ellison, who knows probably a lot of our viewers on the stream right now from his Wisconsin Politico community. So those regions are pretty good, and they have the stamp of approval from people who know the state well. So you can trust in that.
Yeah. Now, what I said about the model's performance, I think if the model is within 3 points of margin, I think that's very, very good.
Yeah.
It's an early vote model. This is not expected to be like the Georgia runoff level of accuracy. If we get within 3 points of the actual margin, I will be very happy, because then it's nailed basically, the environment overall. And then, like we said, it's not really a way to model persuasion.
Right.
I'm happy with our likely Democratic or likely Protasewicz rating here so far. Let's see how it goes.
All we can do. All right, regional calculations are done. So I'm
Wait a second. What is
focus on
Ozaki is
results.
reporting something and Protasewicz is winning it?
Well, that's not a surprise. I expected her to be winning a couple of towns.
Mecklen probably, yeah.
All right, Leon, I am now here to help you update results from the county results page. Is plural.
Yeah, by having our own in-house, election results, we have control over what's
Actually
this
included.
this becomes useful by the end of the election night when we're waiting on a certain county, and by tracking it ourselves, we have a good idea about how things are wrapping up by the end.
Correct. And we can simply strike out or cross through the counties that are finished. And yeah, it's just a good way, good public resource and internal resource as well. All righty.
And Armin, you are correct. The town reporting in Ozaukee County is Mequon or Mequon.
Okay. Wood County. Okay, I'm gonna go input the preliminary results from Wood.
Oh, yeah.
We've got 28 precincts reporting, so let me go ahead and get those.
Mequon is a town that you would actually expect Protasiewicz to win. Evers only lost that by like 1%.
See where everything's coming from, and
So
That's true. Yeah.
margins
I
in
mean,
Mequon.
historically, you haven't seen the down ballot lag happen too much there, which is why.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of accounted for that, right? Like we said actually that Protasiewicz would probably do better there than the primary would. So we actually expected her to. I think we actually undershot her margin there a little bit. We expected she would lose it narrowly, but a narrow win shouldn't be a surprise. What's she winning it by?
11, but it's only
Yeah.
part of Mequon.
right.
Oh, okay. Okay, because if she won it by 11, this election is almost over. But I don't think that's the
No,
full
she won
town.
the whole county by 11. Then
Yeah. Okay. Well,
then the gerrymandered maps would break if she won Ozaukee by 11.
And then we're talking about if she won a majority of the state house district. So
Yeah.
I don't think that's happening.
Okay, we have more in Dane apparently.
all right.
Oh, and we have Lacrosse in too, bits of it.
And Harrison, if you're helping me on the sheet, remember if a county is fully reported to put a strike through the name, so we know not
Yes.
to check
Yes.
it again.
Yes. I will. I haven't encountered any fully reported yet, but I will for sure. Let's see. We have Wood. Just put those numbers in. Sawyer, first results. Let me get those.
Yeah, I mean, north of Sawyer is blue, so it might be those areas.
From the county. Okay, this is, I don't know what they're doing here. Oh, here we go. Okay. Yeah, Sawyer's very early right now, which is interesting. Yeah, only 2 Biden towns in Sawyer, so could be one of those.
Is that Price? Yeah, Price County is reporting something, and at 6337. Let me just pull up 2022 as a reference.
Vernon County as well has numbers in, which I'm going to put into the sheet. Okay. Vernon County. 140 to 88 for Protasiewicz. So yeah, both Sawyer and Vernon very, very early. Not much we can get out of there. at the moment.
Ashland has dropped something too as well.
Okay. We have lacrosse results. So that's the first, I guess you could say, somewhat major metro, medium-sized city that you have in the 3rd congressional district that's reporting.
Ashland doesn't even. Ashland still only has 2022 election
Not
results.
Ashland. I meant lacrosse. I'm not Ashland. Nobody lives in Ashland. Okay. Yeah, nothing from Milwaukee. Oh, actually, I stand corrected. Yes, we have stuff from Milwaukee.
Okay, so what DDHQ is reporting, I think, is the town of White River in Ashland, but Sanborn has basically outvoted that. So as of now, it's on net neutral.
So Milwaukee County Clerk's Office has not officially released any results yet. They are on DDHQ at the moment. So we're going to wait until we get the results from the county itself.
I'm just comparing some of these posted numbers to what he put up, what the Republicans put up in the primary. And it really looks like Dan Kelly is underperforming in the suburbs by like 10 percentage
Yeah.
points. We are seeing incredible crossover for Protasewicz. At this point, it's not callable, but my question is not, does Protasewicz win? My question is, does she break a 10-point margin? It is that bad right now for
Right.
Dan Kelly.
We have it in the sheet, actually. You can compare the change from the combined liberal conservative vote to Protasewicz Kelly. And it is very early, like you said, but right now we're seeing a 9-point leftward shift in Waukesha and a 15-point leftward shift in Washington. Again, very early numbers here, but yeah, I suspect we're going to see that tonight in all 3 WOW counties. And probably also in St. Croix and Pierce as well, if we see something similar among ex-urban voters. Okay.
According to the New York Times, the Democrat in SD8 is ahead, but I'm not exactly sure what municipalities are outstanding.
Well, Armin, I will trust on you to report on the STO8 result.
Yeah.
Okay, I want 3 completed counties in, and then we can call it. I'm actually serious here. 3 completed counties, 1 from each region. That's literally all you need. Okay. Because I'm telling you right now, the numbers that are being posted here are so bad for Dan Kelly. There is not a single good point for him. Look at Dodge, for example. Okay.
Yeah.
So Dodge County is a place where you would expect,
Oh my
Trump
God.
plus 30, I think Trump plus 32 or something, Trump plus 30 county. And right now, about 2/3, 3/4 of the votes in, and Kelly is up by 26. I mean, that's the type of thing to where, and that is his best set of returns, by the way. That is something where you expect him to hold the margin a little bit more because that's a more Trumpy place. That's the type of place that you would expect Dan Kelly to hold more of the margins in. That's not even Doro's home base. But you start stepping closer and closer to the Milwaukee suburbs and Doro's home base, and that's where the 5-point underperformance in Dodge is like Kelly's best numbers right now.
Also, actually, Washington has
Yeah.
reported its earlies, and Janet Protasewicz is at 35. And that's about 10 points over exactly what she would need to lose. So,
Leon,
No, this is not even close. I don't think. I am going to say. I think so. Waukesha was, I think, what Mitchell's plus 26, correct?
sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, right now it's Kelly plus 18. Now we're going to need a little bit more of the picture to come in regarding, some more votes, especially in the outer areas. But I'm not seeing anything to convince me that this race is going to be close. My honest suggestion to people watching this stream is that if you have things you need to do, go do them. I think at this point you're just really waiting to see what the margin is. But
hey Laksha, where did you get your 2/3 reporting figure for Dodge?
Well, it's 71% now, actually.
Yeah, New York Times is 71.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find the results on the county page before I put them into the sheet, but no luck yet. And still waiting on Milwaukee County Clerk as well to update the site. And we have Langlade County results in.
Yeah, that's Antigo. Should be very Republican.
Yep. Well, we are going to put these numbers in.
Would be a good number for Protasewicz and Brown.
17.
Probably losing by like 5, right?
Probably.
Brown.
Yeah, Green Bay.
Yeah. Primary comp there was R plus 5. So yeah, Trump plus 7. Yeah, sounds reasonable. Okay. Right now, we only have very preliminary returns in from Brown. Oh, we have first numbers out of Portage.
My bigger question right now is this 8th district.
Yeah, that's what
Because
I'm
I think all of a sudden that's significantly. So we thought Nodal would win by 4 or so, right? But I don't think that's happening right now. I think this is going to be a very close race.
Yeah. And looks like the Menominee Falls precincts, they're reporting Republican leaning, but again, by some reduced margin. If she wins, if the Democrat wins, it'll be because of Ozaki.
I want a couple more towns to report, and then Leon, I say we call it.
All right, sure.
I don't know. Anyone opposed? Because this is
No, yeah. We don't even
It's
need to
just
see the rural
catastrophic.
counties up north.
Yeah.
Especially if Jefferson is that close.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's hold off until we have a complete county at least.
I want 3 completed counties. That's I think that's just useful.
Yeah, we'll have one from. Oh, my spreadsheet is lagging out. But yeah, we will have counties from enough of the regions to call within a reasonable time frame.
Wait a second. Hold it. The city of Milwaukee hasn't reported a single precinct, and Janet Protasewicz is at 70%.
No way.
Is Madison?
Okay, yeah, you could probably just call it right now if that was.
Don't do that yet. Don't call it yet.
No, I mean, don't do that.
Don't call it yet,
So
but-
many of these counties are still missing redder towns and precincts too. So yeah, like the writing's on the wall, but we don't want to call it before even one county is complete. In fact, Wood County is getting fairly close comparatively to being complete here. We're at about 75-ish% reporting. Yeah, so right now, Wood County is voting for Kelly by 12 percentage points, which is pretty much exactly matches the primary composition from earlier this year when the Liberals won the net vote by 8 points. So again, still have about 20% more of the vote left in Wood, but that's a good bellwether for a more Republican county in northern Wisconsin. It was Trump plus 19, Michaels plus 16, and it's looking on track to be somewhere between Kelly plus 10 and Kelly plus 14, but it's a Kelly plus 12 right now.
Jesus Christ.
So
This
yeah,
is
if Kelly's hitting only at best right now in a county like Wood, I don't want to extrapolate too much from one county, but if you're just hitting the conservative primary share, then it's not really desirable. I see it just went up to 13, but again, you'd have to win the county by Trump margins. Have to win by more like 19 rather than 13 or 14. We'll see.
so just looking more at Waukesha's results, right? So far, it really does seem like Kelly is going to be. So generally with these elections, you expect to see some down ballot lag to some degree, right? Like, I mean, you kind of expect like, okay, let's take, uh, elections, counties that have been historically Republican for a long time. You expect the Republican candidate to do slightly better there. Kelly's underrunning Trump. And what's concerning about that for him isn't just that he's underrunning Trump, but that's a place where he would have needed to overrun Trump by about 3 or 4 points on margin, because we do know from enough historical results that Dems tend to overperform with secular voters in the drift list, especially in nonpartisan races. So, not really seeing anything good for them right now, the Republicans.
Yeah, I mean, when you're looking at it, it's still arguably the WOW counties are still pretty much the Republican base of the state, definitely the traditional base, but you've definitely seen that change. We've observed where the influence has definitely shifted to the rural small town counties gradually, and it continues to do so. And I think it's all going to be exacerbated, obviously, by the fact that you have Kelly, who kind of like Trump to that extent is more of a populist, more brazenly conservative type, who's going to turn off these soft Republican voters who may have either voted for Trump with regret in 2020 or perhaps voted for Biden. It's hard to look into their minds, but it's still a pretty Republican county, but it's clearly Democratic trending. So it's kind of ground zero for dissatisfied Doro voters, like you said. So to some extent,
Yeah.
that cancels out the down ballot lag we might expect.
Also, Protasewicz is on track to win Kenosha County, interestingly.
Yeah, Kenosha will be interesting for sure. That county narrowly voted for the Liberals in the primary by 1 point. Also in La Crosse right now, Protasewicz is just about meeting the Liberals' primary margin. They're about 27% right now for a Democratic margin in La Crosse, with about 74% of the votes reporting. Let me go update Brown County. Okay, Brown's up to date. So I'd just like to bring the viewers' attention to 3 counties right now in the Lake Superior region, Bayfield, Ashland, and Iron. We don't have any returns in yet from Douglas, but we do have preliminary returns from 3 of the 4 counties in the region. So I'll point you all to the regional calculation chart on our spreadsheet. Still very early, but we see Protasewicz right now is winning the region on net by 11.5 points. In the primary, this was one of the regions where we actually saw the largest Democratic overperformance relative to one of the larger Democratic overperformances.
Looks like Dave just called the race.
I was going to say we should call it.
You
Yeah,
guys can call it. I don't have any disagreements here because,
Okay.
to be honest, let's look through. I mean, we've looked through the results here. Even though the counties are complete, we're seeing that in a lot of the important counties where at least a sizable amount, if not a majority of the vote has been counted, Kelly is at best hitting the conservative combined margin in the primary in a lot of these counties, and Liberals still won the composite by 8-ish points. So it's not really what you want to see. Let's put it that way. It's more about how close will the race end up being, I think, than who's going to win.
All right, Leon, I'm going to call it from the account.
Yeah, go ahead.
That said, she is still, of course, outrunning both Evers and, of course, Biden in the Superior region. So the primary performance there, probably a bit of an anomaly. We'll have to see how that holds up once the rest of the results are in. Iron County is the most Republican of the four. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Liberals did narrowly win Iron, harkening back to 2012, although it's interesting because Iron actually voted for Romney. So not even Obama didn't win Iron in 2012, and the Liberals still won it. Gamey County. Okay. I see the race call. That's great. I'll be retweeting it now. But one county you all would be interested in here. Let me pull up what I was referencing. Yes. I don't want to mispronounce it. It's either Outgamey. I think it's Outgamey County.
Out again, yeah.
Outgamey, sorry. But interesting point right now. Outgamey's at 84% reporting, so most of the votes are in right now. And Protasevich is winning it by 3 points. Now, keep in mind that the net primary vote in Outgamey was R+4 primary. So it's looking on track to have shifted left. Right now, it's a 7-point leftward shift. But given that almost all the votes have been counted in the county, according to the results we have now, that's another one where you're going to end up seeing a leftward shift, even if Kelly ends up pulling out a narrow win. And that would be another county where if she wins, she'd be outrunning Obama 2012. Okay. Any new updates out of Azoki County? I always pronounce it like it's German, but it's not. Oh, yes, we do have updates. Let me put those in. Dan Kelly now leads. Okay, so in Azoki, Kelly's leading by 7 points now, which is a 6-point leftward shift from primary composition. So we're definitely seeing a common theme here.
All right, guys, let's pivot to the 8th district. This is not worth anyone's time.
Yeah,
to keep
Supreme Court
analyzing.
it's a close
This is
case.
done. We're really just wondering if she wins by 10 or by 8.
Or by 15.
Yeah, that wouldn't be out of the question right now.
And where are you guys getting the 8th district results? I don't see them on DDHQ.
Just from the counties individually.
All right. Okay, I'm going to keep updating this sheet because I do not have a tab infrastructure for STO8 because I did not expect it to be.
So according to Sam, Nodal is only basically matching Trump in his former assembly district.
Well, that's not a good sign, to put it lightly.
Yeah, it is not.
Ah, yes. Thank you, Leon, for adding an STO8 tab.
Harrison, don't add the times 100 when they have a percent function.
Single most nerdiest sentence I've heard on this stream today.
Yes, that was my bad. The percent function was added ex post facto, but I will not mess with it. Okay. Okay, Waukesha looks like it is done in the SCOTUS race. Let me put those numbers in.
Is it completely done?
Looks like it, according to
What-
DDHQ. But,
Okay, what
let's
are the
see if I'm
numbers?
on the right. 58% for Kelly, 42% for Protasewicz. So she's doing
Jesus
great.
Christ.
You're outrunning Biden and
Oh, wow, yeah.
So,
Marathon is almost fully in, and it's 45% Protasewicz. And that should be a very big Republican base area with Warsaw.
So in terms of total turnout, we're kind of reverse extrapolating here, but we estimated about 1.6 million votes, and Waukesha alone appears to have just only slightly undershot that. Obviously, the change in turnout is going to vary by county, so you can't really assume from that, but we know it's going to be in the ballpark of the 1.6 million estimate.
Okay, so Ozaki is done, I think.
Yeah,
and
Ozaki's done. You're seeing an under. I'm going to average the underperformance here, and
Ozaki's done. Waukesha is nearly done.
Where are you seeing that Ozaki is done? It says 18 out of 21.
Oh, okay.
It's not fully done. It's Waukesha and Ozaki, to clarify, are close to being done, but they're not technically fully done. But enough of the vote has been counted. Back up our assumptions. So in Waukesha, oh, hold on, I put the numbers in backwards. I was going to say there's no way Kelly underperformed by 50 points.
Guys, unfortunately, I lost the link once again to SD08. Can someone please link it to me?
I don't have a link. Leon is doing it from the counties.
It's on the spreadsheet.
Yeah, it's on our spreadsheet right now.
Okay,
we're doing all of this from the county results, so it's taking a little bit of extra time. Okay, so I fixed Waukesha, a 12 point, actually 13, almost 13 point leftward shift from the primary composition to the general election here. Republican vote share fell from 64 to 58%, or I guess you could say conservative share. Yeah, that's very much indicative of all the Doro defections that we were expecting.
So he's only up by 4.3 right now. I would say looking at some of these, just looking at some of the towns, I think Nodal is slightly favored. What do you think, Leon?
I think so too, yeah.
Yeah, I think he's going to win narrowly, but this is definitely going to give him a closer race than he expected, given the court race.
Let me add a percent reporting.
Yes, good idea.
Do we know what the Milwaukee County parts of Senate District 8 look like?
They're pretty blue, actually.
Well, that part is pretty uniform. It's Whitefish Bay and Brown Deer.
Yeah, River Hills, Fox Point. It's basically the almost, I think it's the entire northeastern section of those small towns to the northeast of Milwaukee. So I'm going to shift SDOA to the front of the spreadsheet since that's what everyone's looking at now. I just updated Washington, and now we have up-to-date results for Waukesha and Ozaukee as well. So we're at 12.6 leftward shift in Waukesha, 9.1 in Washington, and 7 in Ozaukee.
Hey, I think the results just updated. I think Sinekin just took the lead.
Yeah, no, there's a lot more. There's a couple more precincts left in Milwaukee County that could keep her afloat.
Yeah, and the problem is most of those Milwaukee towns, you don't have that Republican down ballot lag effect. Those are just blue
I mean, you
precincts.
did. It's just all gone now.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be a political process a result here. Yeah, Winnebago looks like another county that Protasewicz could end up winning tonight.
No way.
Yeah, right now she's up by 10. Liberals won it by 2 in the primary. Evers narrowly lost it, so we'll see.
No, guys, I think this is just a pure jump ball.
Yeah, it's a toss-up. It really just depends on how many votes they can juice out of Milwaukee County.
Yeah.
Almost entirely, yes.
How much of Washington is left to report in that district?
70. Well, according to this, about 30% or so.
Okay. I mean, Washington should be Republican enough to cancel some of that out. But we'll see. Yeah, the places that are left is Milwaukee, Bayside, Brown Deer, Fox Point, and River Hills. Yeah, so
I kind of have a bad feeling about this for Kanoru, to be quite honest with you. I mean, right now he's only winning this by what, like 2,400 votes, and more than half of the votes in Milwaukee are outstanding in terms of, yeah, Leon, you're thinking exactly what I'm thinking. We can calculate how many raw votes estimated are out remaining. I have a feeling Milwaukee alone is going to have enough votes to potentially cause an upset. Could. Okay, Kenosha, Protasewicz on track to win there.
If you just do a linear projection, we have Sinkin ahead by 300.
Yeah, that kind of reinforces my gut feeling there.
Yeah, I don't know, man. The more I'm looking at this, the more I think Sinekin's actually, because there's some precincts still, I think, as I understand, there's a couple in Milwaukee still that are going to boost your margins.
oh yeah, like the highest
There are a lot.
effective
Most of the
density
votes left
Democratic
are
voters. Yeah,
in Milwaukee.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, if you want to do, we could say, Yeah, so in terms of votes remaining here, based off of the linear projection, we have 9,000 raw votes estimated remaining in Milwaukee.
I don't think so.
Did you change it?
No, it's right below the actual data. You have 2,000 from Ozaki. You have another 2,000 or so from Washington. Waukesha is another 2,000. And Milwaukee alone has 9,000. So,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
what
you're
I
right.
was. Yeah, sorry. I just juxtaposed the linear progression up here.
Somebody said 85% in Sinicon up two. I don't see the Milwaukee update. So,
I do not either.
oh, Ozaki's fully in.
Is
All
it?
right.
9-6.
Oh my goodness me. Kelly only won Ozaki by 6.
Yeah.
I did not think I'd ever see that.
Yeah.
That batch is better for Sinicon than Nodal would have thought. So,
Unsurprisingly,
Nodal would have hoped for.
Ozaki finishes out at a 7.5 point leftward shift from the primary. Republican combined conservative share is 56% there, but Michaels won it by 11 and Trump won it by 12, so that is pretty bad.
And we can strike through Ozaki on our tracker for the entire state.
Yep, it's done.
Thank you, Ozaki. And it's cast slightly above our projection in terms of total votes.
Yes. I mean, again, the projections were
Approximate.
correct. So, but yes, I have a feeling that we're going to see that pattern tonight in the wild counties, and then we're going to see an underperformance in some of these rural counties. We'll see. In fact, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, so I mean, Lisbon is still yet to report, and that's basically it.
Is Washington all in?
No, I'm talking about for Waukesha.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, so we can now see raw vote difference relative to our rough estimates. Cool. Yeah, Washington still got some votes outstanding, but it's getting close. It's close. So Ozaki's in. Washington right now is the best bet for Knoden. He's got, we estimate about 4,000 ballots outstanding in Washington at the moment. And
Probably around that, right? Yeah.
And he's, the linear projection shows that. And then he's winning right now by 30 points in Washington in this portion of the county. So,
yeah, I don't think that's enough though, because Milwaukee has more, and I don't see enough
Democrats are going to probably end up winning this. I just don't want to say it with certainty yet. But
yeah,
like I said earlier, not a good gut feeling. Let me break out the estimated remaining votes by candidate. And then that'll update. Let's do that.
Okay, just looking at a little bit more of this. I think the main question for me is, I mean, obviously, what's left in. I mean, I think what's left in Milwaukee is not going to be, won by 48 points for Sinekin. But what do we think she's going to get?
I think that actually might be the case. I
Yeah.
think that
I
part
think,
of
yeah.
Pretty blue.
Milwaukee that's in is pretty uniform.
Oh, really? Hang on.
Yeah,
let me
no, those
find-
areas are blue.
No, they are. But
No
we're
more
talking.
than
I'm
that.
talking right now. 44 versus 47 matters a lot.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, there are some areas that are, like D. It's all blue, but there are some areas that are like D plus 55. There's some areas that are D plus 60. Then there's some that are like D plus 30. Right. The question for me is, yeah, she's going to win them big, but by what margin? Let me look on the Wisconsin election site to see, because we're not at the point now where we can just say, oh, yeah, she's going to win Milwaukee big. Like, yeah, we know that. But by what margin, right? Like, are we talking plus 44, plus 48? Because all of these things are going to make a difference. If it's plus 48, the door shot in Nodal, he's not winning this thing. If it's plus 40 or plus 38, we start to have a slightly different conversation.
All right, so I did update so the total raw remaining votes by county as extrapolated from the linear projection. I've now broken that down by candidates, so we can have an estimate for the candidates as well by raw vote, and it's going to update based off of the changing margins. I'm going to cross off. I'm going to strike through Rizalki.
Harrison, look, let me just do all of, because I already did the work.
Okay,
Just
apparently the
pick
AP
the,
messed up some result reporting or something.
Here we go. Harrison, it's all in the same column. We're just estimating that Sinekin will get 6,800 votes out of Milwaukee County, and Nodal will get 2,400.
Great. Thank you for putting that in there. Sorry for the confusion. But, yes.
Now, the real question is, how big are the remaining wards? Because if they are smaller wards, then the net votes will be less than what a linear projection would suggest.
I am pulling up the Milwaukee Board of Elections anyway to update for the SCOTUS sheet, so let me go ahead and do that. Okay, so we have Whitefish Bay, River Hills, Brown Deer. Only 2 wards of the city itself.
It's these damn Milwaukee wards I can't figure out. Is Fox Point completely in from Milwaukee?
No, I don't think so.
No,
I don't
it's not
see
even
any- I don't see any results yet from Fox Point.
Okay. Well, I mean, are we sure that's because, are the votes just slow to update?
Well,
What do you mean?
No, because I know the
They're not
AP
in.
site. Oh, okay. They're like not in it.
Yeah,
all.
they have
Well,
not
they're
been
cheating.
reported yet.
Reporting. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
there couldn't be a discrepancy between what counties are listed as in and the results you see from the county
Okay.
website. Where
Yeah,
the
that's-
AP projects something,
They
higher
just
than the
use the
county
county
board,
website.
they
Yeah.
probably called in the office.
Yep. All right.
It's
well,
not
let me
professional
see.
to use the third-party sources because then
I'm using the official county site right now, so yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not seeing anything for Fox Point. Yeah. Okay.
All right, so we're looking at the two wards. We're dealing with wards 316 and 317, neither of which is reporting yet. Okay, so right now it's showing that wards 316 and 317 cast 0 votes in 2022. Okay, that's of course.
And Fox Point, by the way, is slightly redder. I'd expect that Sinekin would win that based on what she's outperforming by. I think she would win that by 43-ish.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, it's about just
Yeah.
Biden's numbers. So
Yeah. So that's my thought for Fox Point. Now let me see Brown Deer because I am interested. The problem with Brown Deer is only half reporting. Let me look at River Hills. River Hills is going to be another
Brown Deer and
interesting
River
case
Hills are
study.
quite small, right?
That's correct,
Yeah.
but that's also that's why we want to build
Well,
some more noise. And now in
Brown
River
Deer
Hills,
is
that's
the one.
probably the closest, right? That's about 60. That's like 50, 58, 42.
Yeah, Brown Deer will be interesting because Brown Deer actually cast a decent proportion of the vote in 2020, similar to Glendale and Whitefish Bay. Well, Glendale's not in the district, but similar to Whitefish Bay.
And Ozaki is completely in.
Correct.
Now, quick question. What was so what exactly was what was Evers' margin in this portion of Ozaki? Do we have that on us or should I total it up?
It's in DRA, but I don't have it offhand, unfortunately.
Okay.
I had it, but I deleted the sheet.
Nodal plus 2, so I mean, if Nodal's running similarly to someone like underperforming someone like Trump.
No. We can't use the ifs here. We need the actual numbers.
Well, DRA won't load in time, so if you could calculate them, that would be
Let
good.
me do it.
Okay. Just updating these
Fiendsville.
numbers.
Okay.
Okay, what's our working total for Nodal versus Sinekin? Because New York Times has Nodal up by about 723 votes.
I believe we need to update our county results.
Okay.
Let me go ahead. Okay, Waukesha's still up to date. Kozalki's done. Washington's election website is not working.
All right, Evers lost that. Ah, no, that's okay.
All right,
One sec, I'm
Washington is
sorry.
fully in.
Great.
And
Well,
what's
I'm
the top line now with Washington fully in?
I'm gonna write a program for this. I'm tired of
Total
telling
increases his
manually.
lead
To
7.03, 4,000 votes or so. It was a very
Okay.
big Republican dump. Even
Oh, yeah,
if
that one's probably a lot.
if
Wow.
Milwaukee comes in at the same margin we've been projecting at the same rate per ward, which won't happen, but it's the best we have right now before Lockjaw makes his model. Nodal wins by 0.6% or 400 votes.
Ah, this is so stressful. All right. Okay. I'm literally making a live fucking needle. I think my dad's watching this. Sorry, Dad.
Okay, so Kelly wins Washington by 35.
Okay, ST8.
Thank you for crossing that out on the spreadsheet here.
Correct. No problem. We don't want any confusion.
And they'll ask me, so Laksha, what do you do on your weekday evenings? Do you go hang out with friends? Do you go to the movies, play golf? And I'll say, me? I was sitting here making a model for a state senate district that maybe 20 people live in. I'm kidding.
now you make
All right.
needles. That's what you tell them.
Yeah. Well, anyways.
Well, compared to us in California, these Senate districts are puny. Was it ours is like 1 million each, right? Right, Longshaw?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have ridiculously
California is
large.
almost like they're sometimes bigger than
districts.
congressional districts.
No, they all are.
Yeah,
They all are bigger than
exactly.
the congressional districts. Texas and California.
Jesus Christ. How fast can I make a needle?
Now,
I believe I'm doing
we're
this.
sure that Washington is done, correct? It's done for the state senate. It's not. It doesn't say it's done.
Correct. Wasn't it done for everything?
The latest PDF I just clicked on says we've still got about 20% outstanding for the SCOTUS race
For Washington County election.
as a whole. Yes. Let me go back and undo the strike.
Let me verify that.
It is done for the state senate race, though.
That is my bad. Yeah.
All right, I'm unstriking that.
Sorry. Yeah,
All
unstrike.
right. I think. Okay, so let's just tally up Evers margins now.
Is there still time for Kelly to underperform by more in Washington?
Oh,
Lovely.
should I have built in more vote flipping into the model? I don't think so. I don't think that was scientific to do. I'm happy with what we did.
I mean, we did with
It was good.
Yeah,
for-
look, I think we were fine. There's no good way to model persuasion.
especially
Hey,
because
we
it's
were-
a. Sorry.
No, I said I think we were very responsible about how we presented it.
Yeah, and again, we gave it very broad bands of error, which
Yep.
is the responsible thing to do, instead of saying that the election will turn out the way our
Correct.
priors say.
Looking around here for other counties that are finished or close to finishing. Racine is getting close. In fact, Kelly might lose Racine potentially. We'll have to see.
I think Kelly's going to lose Racine. By the way, I don't think that's particularly close.
Racine is more educated.
Well, no.
than
It's
Kenosha.
very, very close. I think it's just going to be something where Proteseo ends up coming out.
I mean, do we know what precincts are left in Racine?
I'm checking right now, actually, out of curiosity.
Because if it's the city, then yeah, he's going to lose it.
So I was talking about the city. Are we talking about the county?
The county. Well, the
county,
city's blue, yeah.
The city's
Okay.
all-
I was like, wait, what are we talking about here?
I mean, it's even in Kenosha. The city of Kenosha is very blue.
Yeah, the city of Kenosha is very blue. It's the county that's
yeah,
redder.
the city would never be in doubt.
I mean, supposedly they say that
City is
all of these
cast.
precincts are reporting votes, but maybe some of them just have earlies in there.
Looks like the city has cast a good deal of its votes. We'll just have to see. It could be in a stasis right now. You might end up seeing Kelly narrowly win the county. Originally, I thought the city might not have been reported, but it appears that results from every ward in Racine have been at least partially reported consistently. Our estimate in Racine, we don't even have, let me put in the Racine results here. All right, so Racine's currently outvoting the generic estimate by 6,000 votes. So again, it's a rough estimate, but turnout is pretty solid in Racine.
Okay, so Evers actually came very, very close to winning Ozaki overall. My data that I have, and I'm questioning it, but suggests that Evers lost that port of Ozaki by 5.
The SDA portion of Ozaki.
The SDA portion of Ozaki by 5. Now,
Wait a sec.
what
So when you
is-
say that he came close to winning it, what was his actual margin in the whole county?
Wasn't it
I'm
11?
talking. It was 11. Like he came much closer to winning it than any previous Democrat had done.
Oh, okay. Good. You just wanted to make, yeah.
Now, Nodal is underrunning Mitchell's by about 3. Is that going to be enough?
Well,
that
no,
would be
because the
enough
district-
because no, that would be enough for Nodal because the district is Evers plus 2 points.
I thought you meant-
Mitchell's plus 2.6.
Oh.
But now let me look at Washington. Because I have a feeling this is going to get very, very weird very fast. Are there any split municipalities, by the way, in Washington?
No.
Thank God. Okay, so only Milwaukee?
I went through DRA and was very judicious about looking at all of this. So
Okay, well, let's see.
And I'm pretty sure Wisconsin has strict rules about which municipalities you can and can't split in legislative districts.
Well, there are some split municipalities. I mean, Lisbon is one of them.
Yeah. No, I think there's some rule that allows that. Obviously, Milwaukee, and such.
Okay, so Mitchell's won Washington by 33.
Oh, apparently Ozaki is fully done.
Yes, it is.
We've been saying this for. Okay, so guys, I don't think, and I'll calculate Waukesha to be sure, but I don't think that this is going to be something where Lisbon is in what, Milwaukee or Waukesha?
It's in
Waukesha.
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 Fucking hell! All right, what about does anything in Milwaukee have any splits at all?
Brown Deer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
around here.
I know several curse words in Hindi that I will not use.
PG, guys, PG.
Well, remember when we did the model, we used 80% for Brown Deer and 50 for Lisbon, right?
Yeah.
Dodge is also approaching completion here in the
Well,
Scottish
do
race.
we have any more mail to go?
Probably Milwaukee and Waukesha. Is Racing fully in?
Too early to say. Not yet.
Racing seems to have reported all of its precincts.
think
Yeah,
it
I don't
might
see
be under-
anything. I don't see anything left.
Well, I was actually just going to mention that between Kenosha and Racine, it's actually one of the starkest shifts between the primary and the general election. Conservatives won it by 6 in the primary. The region, which is just Racine and Kenosha. Right now, it's voting for Protasewicz by 2.2, which is a leftward shift of 8 points. So that's currently, I think, the largest from a region of the state that is near fully reviewed. So some big fallout
Yeah.
for Kelly there.
It's the Adoro effect.
Correct. The Doro effect for sure, except Kenosha and Racine are not as Republican as the Wow County, so it's not as conservative.
Well, they had similar. Those were areas Doro had won.
Yes, correct.
Of course, there's the nuance.
Looks like Clearwater is almost done reporting.
What's almost done?
Clearwater.
Okay.
I think we heavily undershot turnout.
Well, it's okay.
I projected 1.65 or so. Then we probably undershot it.
It is okay. Watch Protasewicz. I'm curious what the margin is of being there. Done. I really want to right now.
We're not getting a 5 a.m. vote done for Milwaukee like we usually do, right?
Not that it would matter, but
Well, not for the Supreme Court, but for the SD8.
all right. Kewanee is done from what I see here. And that clocks in at 3-point leftward shift. So Kelly wins by 24.
Evers was 3.6. I wish.
Have any counties finished except Ozaki and Kewanee? Does anyone know?
Not that I know of yet. Racine is probably the closest. Okay, what in the name of Decision Desk HQ is going on with Waukesha County?
Okay, so here's my read on it. I've written a bit too much code for this. So
Oh, looks like Green
I would-
County's done, Leon. But
I would
go ahead.
say
Almost.
that Nodal is a slight favorite to win, and I would say Nodal is on track to win by about a point.
That's what our spreadsheet has.
Good. Everything is tracking them.
It's all coming together.
If Protasewicz wins Winnebago by double digits, not going to happen, but it would be close.
I mean, Sawyer is Oh, okay, never mind. Sawyer finally flipped, but
It did, but it's still close.
she was ahead for a while with how many votes were in.
Yeah, the Republican lead will broaden a little bit more there.
The one precinct remaining for St. Croix County. Croix, St. Croix.
Sunk wall. Is Clearwater done? I think it might be. Hey, Leon, can you send the Wisconsin county results link again? Thank you. Just filling in the counties on our spreadsheet at the moment that do not have any results. So it was up to date. Or rather, that do have results that simply have not been added yet.
Oh my God. Okay, guys, wait. I'm very sorry. My foot has gone to sleep. I need to turn on the lights, anyways, too.
No problem. Take your time.
You don't need to
I mean, we're just
apologize for
waiting for
that.
Milwaukee to
All
drop
right.
some more results. But
Next time, I'm just
apparently
building a needle. This is ridiculous. I'm not doing this again. I'm sorry.
how do you get the results to like automatically scrape or whatever? Do you just like run a cron job every 5 seconds or something?
You hire a bunch of interns.
Or you don't have a life on the weekends.
Yeah, okay, well that's true. I don't think any of us do anyway, but
I mean, this is better than the time. All right. Okay,
Douglas
you know
is-
what? Instead of telling dumb stories, I'm just going to print this out. All right, print sums. Okay.
Oh, Walworth says it's in.
Walworth is done.
Well, this has
Okay.
nothing to do with the SDOA, but
Still very
interesting.
interesting and important.
Yes.
All right, guys. I want you to tell me a couple things, okay? Which towns in Milwaukee are not in yet? Only one person tell me, because I can't write if there's like 4 people telling me. So one person tell me
All right,
what towns in
Leon, you
Milwaukee
go.
are not in.
City of Milwaukee,
Great.
Village of Bayside.
No. Only from SD8. I don't care about anything else. Only from SD8.
Well, it is in
those are
SDA.
Okay. Yeah.
Village of Brown Deer, wards 1, 2, 4, 7.
Okay,
Fox
so Brown
Point.
Deer is not in, and then Fox Point.
One precinct from Brown Deer is in. 5 and 6. Wards 5 and 6. Village of Fox Point is not in.
Okay.
Village of River Hills is not in.
Fox Point, Bayside. Thank you.
Oh, good. Walworth did finish, and that is a leftward swing of 7.3 points. Another one. I'd be interested to see if we end up having any counties that do swing to the right. Dunn has some potential for that, and some other counties in the Triplets and Superior. Only because Protasevich and the Liberals more generally just did so well there in the primary. Oh, Dorr is in now. I think Dorr's done. Dorr just dropped everything pretty short.
All right, that's going to be the statewide margin.
Leon, I'm pretty sure Dorr is finished. Let me go check, double check.
Check the county website.
Yep, that's where I'm going right now. Dorr. Yep, Dorr's done. 13-point win for Protasevich.
And this is a Romney County, right?
Yep, it's a Romney, Trump, Biden county. I'm pretty sure.
Wait, Dorr voted for Trump in 2016?
Didn't it?
Yeah,
Okay,
it was one
so-
of the swings.
Okay, so now Evers won this part of Milwaukee by 43. Now you're telling me the jurisdictions or the municipalities that are not in are, if I have this correctly, Milwaukee, Bayside, Brown Deer, Fox Point. Is that correct?
Yes, but remember that there are parts of, I believe, Brown Deer that have.
Yeah, there's one precinct in Brown Deer that you have to account
We're
for.
going to have to assume that the Brown Deer precinct is roughly reflective, okay?
It is.
Okay.
Quick correction. So Dorr it did voted for Obama by 7, but also a clarification. Right now, the final Protasevich margin in Dorr is D plus 13.5, which is basically identical to the Liberal primary margin there. It's just plus 13.3. So. It'll be interesting to see if there's a broader trend of Protasevich. In some of these counties, she did incredibly well in the primary in terms of combined Liberal share. If she's able to hit those margins, I don't expect her to exceed them in a lot of those counties. The leftward swings are going to be more pronounced in the WOW counties in Racine, Kenosha, which are outside of the WOW region. But similar Doro defections have been observed.
Huge update from Milwaukee.
Ooh. Sprick.
Nodal still has the lead.
Okay. Okay, Brown. So it's just all about Milwaukee and River Hills.
Yeah, I
Is
think
Waukesha
Nodal won.
done?
No, it still has 2 precincts left.
Okay.
City of Milwaukee, but I'm pretty sure those have 0 people in them. Oh no, sorry, I'm wrong. It's Village of River Hills, wards 1 and 2.
Yeah, the 316, 317 wards of Milwaukee don't vote, don't cast any
I
vote.
kind of think. Let me check one more time. I think we can call it for Nodal.
Don't do that yet.
Yeah, don't. There's
What was the Evers margin in River Hills in terms of raw vote? Anyone?
Let's just pull up the array. This is 1 second. I'll pull it up. Greene County is also done, by the way.
Harrison?
yeah,
Yes.
Greene County.
The
It's
Riv-
loading.
Vi- I mean, don't we have a spreadsheet with the Evers result by city?
We do, yeah. It's on my other computer. Locksher has it, I think. But he's
You know
pulling
what?
it.
Actually, it's on the which one was it again? I have it right here. Which one are you looking for?
River Hills, Village of River Hills.
Okay. Got it. Hold on.
Did Evers net 800 votes from that?
Okay, River Hills. Evers, in terms of the raw vote net, his
Yes.
margin was
Yes,
like 200 and
we can call it.
150 actually.
The only vote-
601 to 447. in
Listen,
terms of
the
that.
only vote left in Milwaukee is River Hills.
Yeah,
Okay.
then there aren't
And
enough-
Waukesha, no matter what, the remaining vote is going to net Nodal some votes. So we
Aren't
can
there
call
two
this race
precincts in the
for.
city of Milwaukee
in
left?
Waukesha, in
Those don't
Waukesha.
cast them.
Hold on. Evers lost Waukesha by 12. That part of Waukesha by 12. What's Senecan's margin?
Negative 12.6.
This is over. Okay.
Yeah.
Also,
That's
Armin,
like- yeah,
Ward's
okay.
316
But
I-
wait for one more drop.
I don't think we need to.
Leon,
Milwaukee's.
Leon, I'm telling you, wait for one more drop. There is a mathematical way this can happen. It is unlikely, but there is a mathematical way this can happen. It would require a very big overperformance, but it could happen. Wait for one more drop.
It's net vote, not.
I know.
Also, Armin, those
I-
two wards in Milwaukee don't cast any votes.
Oh, they
No,
just
you
have-
Oh, wait,
can't.
what?
This isn't
City blocks.
possible. What?
They did-
There's
they
no
did-
Oh
vote
wait,
left.
no, never mind. Yeah, call it.
Yeah.
I thought those votes were
Yeah, that's
still
what I was
too
trying to say.
Yeah.
They haven't cast votes in
Nope,
any of the last
okay.
elections.
All right, yeah. If it, then yeah.
I mean, I checked.
I think Nodal's going to win by 2, right, Leon? That's my estimate right now.
1.5. There's just not much vote
Okay.
left. And actually,
I
he might
have-
just win by
but-
1 point something.
I'm also approximating on a scratch model, so yeah.
Yeah.
Lacrosse is.
Oh
checking.
yeah. Okay. No, you're right. It's 1.5. Yep.
Is it just a Senate supermajority at the line?
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
All right, lacrosse is finished.
I mean, when we
Okay,
said that,
actually-
we have-
Barring data error, right?
that's true because yeah.
Good caveat, knowing election results reporting. And lacrosse.
Maybe I should say Dan Nodal, a Republican, appears to have won. Right? Can we say
Sure.
that?
Sure. Another leftward swing in lacrosse, 1.6 points. How many precincts are left in Waukesha, Leon? 2?
It's still the 3.
3.
Village of Lisbon and City of Milwaukee, but that Milwaukee board doesn't cast any votes, so it's just City of Village of Lisbon, and that River Hills in.
Right. I meant more for the SCOTUS race, so we can get the final numbers.
Well then it's a different answer because it's 10 precincts for the whole.
I'm checking at the moment here. I think Fond du Lac is close to finishing. Dodge might be done. Let me check.
Yeah, Leon, my script backs this up too. It's over for Democrats in that seat. Yeah, Nodal's going to win this.
Right.
Well, it was close.
They came very close. And
Tracks.
we were right in saying that, it
Good.
would have to be, more of a blowout than we were expecting for it to be a toss-up. So
Okay, Dan Nodal, a Republican, appears to have won the special election for Senate District 8, securing a state Senate supermajority for the Wisconsin Republicans.
Yeah,
Relies on the
right.
gerrymandered legislative maps, which could be redrawn under the new liberal court.
Sounds good. I think, Leon, you have glitched out. But no, apparently it
Yeah.
is Knodel. I was saying that as a joke because that's how you'd say it in German, but I guess that's real.
Sorry, I had internet issues, but if you heard what I could just put in our chat.
So Knodel. I did
if you
hear
wanna
what we read.
check-
Actually.
Sorry, if you want to check what I wrote or what I'm planning to post, it's in the
Yeah,
chat.
can you send it? Okay.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Race call, Dan Knodel, Republican.
And sorry, I said Nodal. It's actually pronounced Knodel.
Knodel.
I know. I
Okay.
was saying on-
Say, Leon, can we say, it's not securing, it's holding. Because that implies, securing implies he flipped it.
Okay.
Why the hell is Doge still on my screen? What is this, 2011?
Doge or Dodge County?
No, Doge. The stupid
Oh.
dog meme.
Oh, like the Dogecoin Doge. Well, that's because Elon thinks it's funny.
All right, that's every race for the night, I think.
Doge County.
Oh yeah, I mean, anybody want to check in on Denver at all?
I don't know. The first thing
Well,
they
I don't think any of us did any
preparation.
candidate level research.
Yeah, I'll just ask Galen what's going on.
I did.
there.
I did. That's
Okay.
why we said it was going to be. That's if you noticed in the preview that we had, we said that seat was going to be closer than expected, but that it would end up being like, Republicans' interest favorite. That was the right move. Knodel is not a good candidate, but down ballot lag in a state Senate district seat is just not something that you bet against in a lot of these cases because
Right.
the down ballot effects are a little bit less magnified when the partisan labels are not on the ballot at the top of the ticket.
We should
Yeah.
calculate how much Protasewicz won the district by.
Yeah, we
I
probably
think
should.
Protasewicz won this by like 4.
Yeah, that would
Yeah.
track roughly with our expectation for overperformance.
Yeah. I mean, to be clear, I think she is on track to win statewide by what right now? 9, I think. It's a little bit tough because this is just me eyeballing it. So I could actually be very off because I haven't built a model for that. I built a model for Supreme Court, but not live returns.
We did a linear shift for the statewide as well.
I don't know how reliable that is, though. There might be some formatting errors in that sheet.
Yeah, I think 9.5 probably seems reasonable.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go. I haven't eaten.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So
Go ahead.
thanks for having me. I might be
Thanks,
in
Leon.
like 30 minutes, but
I'll
again,
be on here for a bit if people want to keep talking about it. I would say there are some implications here. Armin, you want to actually move to Twitter Spaces after this?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, let's do that. All right, folks, thank you for watching. The calls are in. Brandon Johnson has won Chicago. Janet Protasewicz has won the Wisconsin Supreme Court election, flipping it to a majority for the Liberals for the first time in over a decade. And on top of that, that has massive implications for abortion, redistricting, and possibly will result in a whole set of new maps for congressional and state legislative elections. Lastly, Dan Knodel has won State Senate District 8, and Republicans hold their supermajority. We do not expect this to be a lasting supermajority given the judicial maps. Some of you have pointed out that it is true. Protasewicz can technically be quote-unquote impeached by the supermajority, but Evers would appoint the replacements. So it is not at all anything that Republicans can really do here to wrest control back from the Democrats of the court. That's all. Sleep tight, folks. We're going to be on Twitter Spaces.
Keep
Thank you
looking
so
at our
much, everyone,
sheet
for
as
joining
well.
us.
The sheet will
Thanks for
still be
joining.
up.
and the
And
sheet
please
will
subscribe
be
to Split Ticket.
We'll be working on the sheet.
Yes.